Alright, this is Calibos, and we're playing Enigmatica 2. So, let's go ahead and knock out some more Britannia, yeah? So, when we last left, we had just finished making the Thermal Lily, and I completed that, or claimed the rewards, rather. And we got General Tso's chicken, which we have not eaten, so that's cool. But we are, of course, not hungry. So, next on our list is going to be Gormalilis. So, Gormalilis. So we need 2 gray, 2 yellow, a red, a fire, and a summer. Gray. Blue. Fire. And summer. And we need to pop all that into there. And then we're just going to drop everything in. Oh, I know what I did wrong. So, red. Maybe I don't know what I did wrong. Huh. Now we have put that into the ground. There we go. So Gormalilis. So it's light gray. That's the difference. Light gray. Chuck the gray. And it's 1 red and 2 yellow. So yellow. Always have trouble with the gray and light gray. I don't know why. So we do the inevitable water thing. We complete our quest. Soul sand. Alright, next up on our list, we're going to do the Kekimuris, and it eats cake. So we're going to need pixie dust, 2 white, 2 orange, 2 brown, and gluttony. Pixie dust. Wait. Orange. Brown. And then gluttony. Pixie dust. We'll just do that, and then that. And now that gives us that one. Chuck that in the thing. Grab that. This would be ironic if it was cake. More General Tso's chicken. We have a lot of General Tso's chicken now. Next on our list is going to be the Munch Stew. So the Munch Stew is really cool as far as 2 lime, 2 red, a green, and a glutton. 2 lime, 1 green. So I've used heck it. Oh, there we go. I've used munch dews in combination with a couple of other things to basically make a botania tree farm. It works exceptionally well. It actually produces more mana than it uses, and provides a supply of food and saplings and wood. So I mean, if you're using oak trees. So I have never had any trouble, and if you don't need the apples, then you can do it with birch, and you're good. So, green. I think we need a gluttony. Chuck that in there. Do that. And now we have gluttony done, or the munch dew done. Lit redstone lamp. Nice. So now we need the entropinium. So we need 2 red, 2 gray, 2 white, wrath and fire. It seems appropriate actually. Red. White. Gray. Gray. Wrath. Fire. Entropinium, and we top that off again, toss this in there, complete our quest. This gives us an observer, which is really cool. They're a relatively new block in Minecraft. I think they only came out in like 10, 11, or 12 or something like that. And anytime a block state changes, they send a redstone signal. So you can actually use it in combination with this, for example. And when it changes, you can set it up to automatically fire off the block breakers. So pretty cool. So let's look at our quests. Now we need to do the Hopper Hawk. Hopper Hawk is really great. Hopper Hawk. So gray, we need redstone root, light gray, and air. So we might want to let's make sure that we have everything. Sorry. So these were actually neatly arranged, like demonstrating all the colors before I moved it. And the reason that we want to do something like this, so that's green, line, petals, green, not to stand in the thing, mystical. Wow, I cannot type mystical. So let's do that. Let's kind of get all of these going back into their homes. Okay. So one of the reasons you want to make sure you have at least one is you do occasionally need the actual flowers, but mostly what you need are the petals. And one of the benefits to having this is, and I believe that I have already shown, well, let's do it with the ones that we need. So we need, not the Entrepenny, that's not what we're working on. We're working on the Hopper Hawk. Hopper Hawk. Hopper Hawk. We need the dark gray, the light gray. So let's go ahead and get one light gray, one, and one. And we'll pull this apart, and we'll pull this apart. And we'll get some bone meal. You've already seen this if you have been watching any of my earlier stuff, but it doesn't hurt to remind people. Especially now that we're doing this, Britannia shears. So I just bone mealed petals that I had right-clicked into the ground, and then we use the shears to pick those up. Otherwise, they need silk touch, so you have to use basically shears for it. But once we do this, we get 4 of the petals instead of just, let's see, light gray. Dark gray. 1, 2. 2. Hopper Hawk also needs what? White? Hopper Hawk. Yeah, it needs, redstone root and rune of air. Oh, hi, you look angry. Now you look less angry. So redstone root is very simple. It's just grass and redstone. And of course we get the grass from shears on bone meal things. So we should actually have some in there. But in case we don't, we can go ahead and do this. And we can slap that down so that we have this. Alright, so now we have some grass. And we'll make 16 for now. And that's just redstone root, and it's just redstone and grass. So you're basically taking redstone and, you know, wrapping the grass around it or something. I don't know. So we need one of those. Let's go back to Hopper Hawk. And then we need a rune of air. So let's go ahead and chuck all of this in here. 1. So that gives us a Hopper Hawk. Do water. And like I said, this is basically a vacuum hopper, which means if I put it against a chest somewhere, chest. So I put this down, then we come over here, and we have Mr. Sparkles here die, and we wait, and they vanish, and the Hopper Hawk puts them in the chest. Now, without being connected to a mana pool, it doesn't have a huge range, but, you know, 5 blocks for free is pretty solid. And it's got a filter, so you can basically filter, you know, assuming that you need output on each of your chests, you could probably 1, 2, I don't know, so you could occupy 3 sides of each chest, maybe 3 or 4 sides of each chest. So, and 6 sides, so you could have 24 things being specifically picked up by the Hopper Hawk. So that's not too bad. Alright, so that's the Hopper Hawk, and that now unlocks all of these. And these are the rest of the major functional flora. So let's start our way down or up the list. We'll go with the Orchid Ignum. Orchid Ignum. So this is one of the high-end flowers, or it is normally in Botania. If you're playing Garden of Glass, which is kind of a sort of companion mod for Botania, it doesn't actually have anything in it, but just having it present shows Botania that, you know, changes the configuration of Botania once it detects it. So you can actually run a Botania-only skyblock. I mean, with the things that Botania likes, like baubles and stuff like that. And it works. It works pretty well, actually, and it can be a lot of fun. Botania is one of the few mods that, without alteration, you can just run as a skyblock. So let's go ahead and get this. We need 2 red, 2 white, pink. So 2 red. So red. White. 1 pink. So pink is there, and I'm just putting it in the right spot so that I can find it later. And then we're just gonna 1, 2, 3. Orchid. So we're gonna need Pixie, Redstone, Greed, and Pride. So now we drop this, and then we fill this with water. So this won't work here, and I don't want to set up a thing in the Nether to power it. Excuse me, I'm busy. But I will show you the other one. So we'll make the other orchid. And that's this one. And this one we can just set up right here. So we need 2 gray, a yellow, a green, and a red. So 2 gray. I actually have trouble clicking. A green. And then we need a red. So we'll separate this out and we'll put 1 there. Get rid of that. And then it also needs gray. I need a yellow. Yellow. So we'll put a yellow there. Check that. Pixie, red, greed, and pride. Pixie, red, greed. Oops. Pride. And then that. Now, if we tie this to anything, honestly, we're just going to have to put it down. Just watch the stone blocks right here. So you are tied there. Is it not? Oh, which pool is it tied to? We want to link it to one of these, actually. This one? I want to make sure that is linked to that. Alright. So, now if you all heard that pop, now I have no idea where it's doing this. It's probably doing it underground. Oh, that was not helpful. I'm not seeing it. Somewhere around here, it is converting stuff. I'm not sure where, though. Like, theoretically, somewhere around here it is converting, let's get some stone. Like, it should be converting a block somewhere within range into, ores. And it is, you can hear it, but it's doing it underground. Maybe? Ah, yeah, see, it's converted that one to lead. Here's one that's amber now. Yep, see, this one is now silver. And it's out of power. It actually uses quite a lot of power. Yep, just converted that one, it's converted that. So this is a late game thing in most things. When you're running Garden of Glass or other Skyblock, it's typically an early game and the recipe changes significantly. So I'm pretty much just gonna put the dirt back and ignore it. Eventually it will convert all the stuff or not, who cares. So that's that. The Orchid Ignum does the same thing but does it in the nether. So you'll need a setup in the nether to do that. And like I said, it will generate nether ores in netherrack. So our next step is the Bellthorn. Camp thrower turret. Nice. Let's see what's in this one. But it's food. It's a burger. Who knew? So, we want the Bellathorn. What do we need for the Bellathorn? And this one is very attractive looking and basically great for self-defense. So we need 2 cyan, 3 red, and a redstone. Cyan. Chuck that in there. And then we need a redstone. So I do recall that this hurts villagers, so don't have it near your village if you don't want to. mean, honestly, to see this one work, all we just have to do is set it out within range and wait. Okay, so this is basically full. This is almost full, and then these are going to start picking up. So we'll just go ahead and chuck that there, and then we'll see what happens. But this is a good place to call it. We've hit our 25-minute mark. We have done a couple of quests now, so we're kind of rolling through that. We're almost done with Britannia. I told you guys it would be pretty quick. I don't know if this necessarily counts as quick, but I feel like it's been quick. But I'm glad you guys came. I really appreciate the support. You know, we're learning together about, you know, what it takes to do all of these things. Some of it has been very frustrating, and with the Britannia especially, some of it's been very fast and very easy. And this doesn't demonstrate that the mod itself is hard or easy, just that not your knowledge of it. So the fact that I am familiar with Britannia makes it easy for me, and the fact that I'm unfamiliar with both the Thaumcraft and the Astral Sorcery make them very hard for me. And that definitely changes the view. Plus, I have yet to see Thaumcraft or Astral Sorcery do something as cool as this. This is awesome. I love it. It didn't move the water, but I don't care. That's great. I mean, floating island. It even moved the trees. Cut it right out of the ground. So that is awesome. But anyway, I want to thank you guys again for coming. Have a good night.